Come on, Pete.
All right.
Go ahead. Don't wait on
Do your best, find a spot.
Where do you want us?
We got some sitting down.
Tracy, what's going on? Danny Murphy. Danny.
You can leave that cracked, Lex. Leave it open, or at least cracked.
What's up, Boomer?
I'll crack it, so it's not too
Yeah.
hot.
Good afternoon. First of all, I want to thank all of our law enforcement partners who are here today. The Orange Police Department, the Cleveland Police Department, the County Sheriff's Department, the Warrensville Heights Police Department, Warren Shaker Heights, who are all instrumental in putting this case together. And, you know, we usually come out here when we're looking for the media's help, and today is no different. We are here to ask for the media and the public's help in finding two individuals who were involved in a total of 10 aggravated robberies that occurred between November 12th and December 1st of 2023. Again, I want to start out by thanking Deputy Chief Sammy Morris from the Cleveland Police Department, U.S. Marshal Pete Elliott, who was instrumental so often in trying to apprehend individuals who are involved in violent crimes and remain on the run. I also want to thank the County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Prytel and his staff, Patricia Meehan from Crime Stoppers, who will be here as well. And Crime Stoppers will be offering a award of up to $5,000 in assistance to for those who assist us in apprehending these individuals. Again, as I mentioned before, I want to thank Shaker Heights, Orange, and Warrensville Heights Police Department for their assistance in this investigation. Starting on November 12th, we believe Deshaun Bethel, who is currently in custody, as well as two accomplices, Nathaniel Rush and Damian Matthews, committed a series of aggravated robberies at least 10 businesses in our county, including Subway sandwich shops, O'Reilly's Auto Parts, and several gas stations. 7 robberies occurred in the city of Cleveland, and 1 robbery occurred in each of these cities of Orange, Shaker Heights, and Warrensville Heights. These 3 individuals, and we believe there may be another accomplice in another one of the robberies, because we do see 4, committed these string of violent acts in a period of 19 days. Again, today we are asking for the public's help in locating Nathaniel Rush and Damian Matthews, both 21 years of age. Again, Crime Stoppers is offering up to $5,000 reward for information leading to their capture. These 3 individuals would enter the store, in most cases pretend to buy something, hold employees and store patrons at gunpoint, and take money from cash registers. They would also steal products, and they would rob store employees and patrons. In one instance, they fired a gun, and in a few instances, they physically assaulted both employees and patrons. I will be playing a video. Again, we are looking for Nathaniel Rush, Damian Matthews. Again, call Crime Stoppers or the U.S. Marshals. Crime Stoppers is 216-252-7463, or the U.S. Marshal's office at 1-866-4wanted. I will now turn to Ryan Bokach, head of the Crime Strategies Unit, to go over these. You going to show them first, Lex?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think those lights are right.
This first incident, you will see them physically assault the patron in the back of the store. As well as rob him. Again, physically assaulting the store employee, both punching, kicking, and hitting. In this incident, you will see that there's 4 individuals with guns. The other individual is unknown at this time. Where's the next one? This one. That's it. Again, please reach out to these numbers with any information. There's a $5,000 cash reward for information leading to these individuals' arrest. Ryan, you want to give a little description?
Thank you, Mike. As Prosecutor O'Malley stated, Deshaun Bethel, Nathaniel Rush, and Damian Matthews committed a total of 10 aggravated robberies, as we saw in these videos. We had the November 12th at Zaza's Smoke Shop on Harvard Avenue. November 14th, Subway, also on Harvard. November 17th, the O'Reilly's Auto Parts on Broadway. November 18th, the Advance Auto Parts, also on Broadway. There were 2 committed on November 25th, one at the Hookah Tails on Harvard and another at the Family Dollar on Miles. 11:28 at Subway on Broadway. 11:29 at the Shell gas station on Chagrin. November 30th, the O'Reilly's Auto Parts on Lorraine, and December 1st at the BP on Chagrin. As you saw in those videos, we'd really like to highlight, 2 of them in particular, just to see that level of violence that was committed here. November 14th at Subway, where the victim was choked, punched for several minutes. And then November 30th at O'Reilly's, there wasn't a video of it, but they discharged a firearm. And that's why we're asking for the public's help here. The amount of violence that was shown here is what's having us take this step of asking for the public's help for the arrest of Nathaniel Rush and Damian Matthews. They've been charged with the following charges on this indictment. It's an 81-count indictment representing these 10 incidents. Felonious assault, we have that for the shooting as well as the beating of some of these victims here. The aggravated robbery, kidnapping charges. As you can see, there were other people in the stores while this occurred. Charges of robbery, charges of assault for some of that conduct that we saw. Improper handling firearms in a motor vehicle, receiving stolen property, and finally having weapons while under disability. Those are the charges that make up this 81-count indictment. I'll now turn it over to U.S. Marshal Pete Elliott for a few more remarks as well.
Thanks. Well, first, I want to thank Prosecutor Michael Malley for his passion on this case, and all the investigators from all the agencies from Medina, the Orange, Cleveland PD, Warrensville Heights, Shaker Heights, the Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers. Again, any information, please call 1-866-4-WANTED. I don't know if we'll be as lucky as we were last time standing up here. The last time we did a press conference together was in October, and within 1 hour, the individual, Antonio Baker, I believe his name was, who was going around robbing a lot of people, turned himself in. So my suggestion to these individuals, family members, turn yourself in. Again, there is reward money available. Anybody with any information, call our hotline at 1-866-4-WANTED or call Crime Stoppers. And, let's get these two individuals off the streets as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Tricia?
Thank you. Well, they've all stated that there is the $5,000 reward in place with Crime Stoppers. I just want to reiterate to everyone that someone knows information about these two individuals. Someone knows where they are. And Crime Stoppers is totally anonymous. We don't have caller ID. We don't record phone calls. We don't have the ability to track IP addresses. If you call in, you're given a tip number. You're tracked by that tip number alone, and you collect your reward with that tip number alone, not your identity. So I would stress and to everyone out there, please call in with information so we can take these two wonderful individuals into custody. Thank you.
Again, we come to the public when we have situations where individuals have demonstrated a level of violence, and we see it in this particular case. 10 aggravated robberies in less than 3 weeks is quite a number to rack up in a short period of time. I don't think any of us standing here believe that it's their only crimes, but it's the only one so far that we have been able to absolutely attach them to. With these two individuals being out, it's as likely that they continue to commit violent crimes within our community. So again, I urge the public to come forward to make our community a safer place and assist us in getting these two individuals off the street, Nathaniel Rush and Damian Matthews. Any questions?
There is a street ethos, if you will, that snitches get stitches. How do you help people understand that if two guys get caught and one of them turns on the other, that's the snitch? But if I, as a good citizen, see them doing a crime, I'm a good citizen doing what I'm supposed to do. How do we educate people that they have to get involved, otherwise they can be the next victim?
Absolutely. Harry, you bring up a tremendous question, and our city is only as safe as we make it. And everybody has to step forward. As has been described, this is a completely anonymous a tip line, so you will not be found out. But we are only as safe as we decide to make ourselves, and it's important for the public to step forward. Most of these criminal cases we prosecute in Cuyahoga County, certainly we rely on scientific evidence, but we also rely on people who are willing to step forward and make our community a safer place. And that happens day in and day out down here in the Justice Center. So it's so important for people with information who want to make their community safe to step forward. Again, every one of those people who are working those local commercial establishments has a family. They are members of our community too. And it's important for us, every community has to have a thriving commercial district, and people have to be willing to work at those establishments. And it takes a safe environment, and that means people have to step up today and help us make these arrests. Yes?
Mike, how dangerous are these two, and do you think that there's any reason for them to stop, or do you think they'll continue to
Well, we saw the level of violence. Every one of them was armed and in most cases doing physical assaults upon the individuals they were robbing. So I think on the danger scale, you're looking at a very high number, as well as their propensity. If you're willing to commit more than 10, we believe more than 10 aggravated robberies in a period of less than 21 days, you are surviving by committing criminal acts. So it's very important, because it is very likely that the two individuals who remain on the street are continuing to commit criminal acts, and there will be other victims. And it's imperative that we apprehend these individuals before somebody gets seriously hurt.
Where was the first person arrested?
Brian, I think he was arrested in Cleveland.
East 188th Street in Cleveland.
You guys arrested him?
And again, we came forward today because we have been searching for these two individuals for a bit of time. So, we come to the public, and as Marshall Elliott has indicated, we have had great success because people know coming forward you can make a difference. So we're hoping today by coming forward that we, again, keep our community safe, and these individuals, this small group who are committing most of the issues, we hold them accountable.
Do you have any information about the third person? Or the fourth person that was-
We have not, in that one robbery, you did see 4 people who were toting guns, and at this point, we do not have an identity on that individual, but certainly law enforcement continues to work, and, we're hopeful at some point we identify the 4th individual who was in that one robbery. Thank you for coming today, it's appreciated.
Okay, this concludes our press conference. You guys should all have flash drives with the indictment, the photos, and the video on.
Thank you, guys. And ladies.